Census on the DocSync dashboard for a provider is found by logging into the dashboard, locating their My Patient tab, clicking on it to display the menu list of additional views below that, and clicking on Census. Your Census view will provide a view of all patients that are assigned to a particular organization. And you can toggle back and forth between your census and your patient list. In the case here we can display our census in increments of 50, 100, or all. We can print a census if we'd like to have a census of all of our patients that we have in the hospital. We can do a bulk assign, which allows us to take all of our patients that are on a census and assign them to one particular provider. Or we can bulk bill, as we spoke about once before, and charge capture for those situations where we may be applying the same diagnosis code and the same procedure code to a group of patients. The functionality on Census is the same as on My Patient List. A provider may charge a patient from the census, which would also add them to their patient list. Simply charging them, we'll submit that charge. You'll see that that will show that yes, we did have a bill submitting for the day. Additionally, when we go to My Patient View, Evan Everett now will be assigned on this provider's list as well, because a charge was submitted for the day. We'll show yes that the bill was submitted for that particular day. The other functionality on the census is that a provider has the ability to edit the demographic information. They can remove them from the census if this patient has been discharged or was being followed by another group of providers, and this was just a consult. This can be removed from the census, charge as we just saw, and we can apply a no charge from this view as well. If we would like to take a look at the patient history, we can click on the charge capture, look at the history, view all of the charges, and again, if our provider login allowed for that particular entry of information, we would have the ability to edit or delete that information. Patients that are entered manually are going to show in an upper and lower case font. If you have an electronic feed, all of your electronically received patients are going to show in a bold, all caps print here, so you are able to differentiate between those patients who come across an electronic feed, if you have one, and those that are manually entered. When we sign in as the administrator has a similar view, and it is very helpful for the administrator or the billing manager to manage the census from the standpoint of looking at who is submitting bills, who's getting their billing in on time, and they have the ability to send a message directly to the provider from this location, or send a consult on this patient to another provider from this location as well.